They say that life is like a box of chocolates. But what if it was more like a pack of deadly And today let's find out what it was like to be a matchstick in the 19th century. It was the Industrial Revolution that brought about an era of unprecedented change, innovation, and growth. But behind the smoke and mirrors, there was a dark underbelly that few knew about. Those who did know chose to look the other way because they didn't want to believe that in the pursuit of progress, humanity had stooped so low, yet it was true. In the heart of this progress, nestled between the gears and chimneys, were the matchstick factories. They were the worst places to work in during the Industrial Revolution. These factories produced the very thing that gave light to our modern world. But the irony was not lost on those who toiled within their walls. Their work illuminated the darkness of the times, a testament to human endurance and the lengths to which people would go to make a living. The air was thick with the smell of sulfur and chemicals, a pungent reminder of the danger that lurked in every corner. For here, amidst the clanging of machines and the scraping of tools, human lives were being consumed to create the very source of ignition that powered the world. The workers, mostly young children, were exposed to toxins that took a heavy toll on their health. Many suffered from severe respiratory problems, while others had their hands and faces disfigured by chemical burns. Some became blind, their eyes the unfortunate recipients of phosphorus that had seeped into their souls. The conditions were appalling. The factories were dark, dank, and often overcrowded. The workers, their bodies bent and twisted from years of toil, moved like ghosts amidst the chaos. Their faces, pale and drawn, were masks of suffering. The relentless din of the machines was punctuated by the screams of those who had suffered accidents, their cries echoing the silent screams of countless others who had met the same fate. It wasn't just the physical pain that these workers endured. There was a constant fear that hung over them, the knowledge that one wrong move could mean the difference between life and death. Matches were, after all, a highly flammable substance, and the factories were always on the verge of an inferno. The workers lived in a perpetual state of anxiety, always on edge, always fearing the worst. It was a life of torment, a daily gamble with death, and they were playing for keeps. The owners of these factories, blinded by their own greed, turned a deaf ear to the pleas of their workers. They saw only the bottom line, the profit that these men and women were bringing in for them. The lives of the workers were mere footnotes in the grand narrative of industrial progress. Their suffering was a necessary evil, a cost of doing business in an era where human lives were cheap and progress was the ultimate justification. But the story doesn't end there. The matches that emerged from these factories were not just products. They were ticking time bombs. Each matchstick held within it the potential to cause immense damage, not just to the users, but to the very fabric of society. For the materials used in making these matches were not just flammable, they were also toxic. The chemicals that made the matches burn longer and brighter were the same ones that caused cancer and respiratory diseases. In the hands of an unsuspecting public, these matches became vectors of death, silently causing harm to countless individuals, and so we are left with a tale of two tragedies: the suffering of the workers and the unwitting harm caused by the very product they toiled to create. The matchstick industry in the 19th century was a grim reminder of the human cost of progress and a silent toll of a bygone era. If you enjoyed this video, check out the next one. See you there.